que dejaron todas las obras de lo que se robaron, un pueblo escondido en la cima, mi piel es de fuego, por eso aguanta cualquier clima, solo una fábrica de humo, mano de obra campesina para su consumo, frente de frío en el medio del verano, el amor en los tiempos del cólera, mi hermano, soy quien nace y el día que muere. Los mejores atardeceres, soy el desarrollo en carne viva, un discurso político sin saliva, la cara más bonita que he conocido, soy la fotografía de un desaparecido, la sangre dentro de tus penas, soy un pedazo de tierra que vale la pena una canasta con frijoles, soy Maradona contra Inglaterra, anotándote 2 goles, soy lo que sostiene mi bandera, la esquina dorsal del planeta en mi cordillera, soy lo que me enseñó mi padre, el que no quiere a su patria, no quiere a su madre, soy América Latina, pueblo sin pierna, pero que camina. Oye.
Bienvenidas, bienvenidos, bienvenidas y bienvenidos. Welcome everyone y muchas gracias for joining us at the 9th annual opening for Latin America History Month at the TDSB. My name is Luis Franz and I will be your MC this afternoon along with
Christopher Sarko Lima.
And we are students part of the Latin America diaspora at Finch Public School. We want to acknowledge that this month is also Sikh Heritage Month at the TDSB and want to highlight those within our community. Sikh Latinas who are celebrating both. We also recognize that we are also in the month of Ramadan. Our hearts go out to all those who observe Ramadan, including Muslim Latinas across all intersecting identities within our communities. This year, it is not a celebration. It has become a time of mourning, a time of grief and profound sadness. May this holy month see an end to the violence that has continued. Before moving forward, we would like to ground ourselves in the land acknowledgement to recognize the stolen indigenous land we are on.
We acknowledge we are hosted on the land of the Mississaugas of the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Wendat. We also recognize the endurance presence of all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples. Reconocemos que estamos hospedados en las tierras de los Mississaugas, Anishinaabe, la Confederación, Haudenosaunee y los Wendat. También reconocemos la presencia perdurable de todas las primeras naciones, Métis y los pueblos unidos. Since the creation of Latin American History Month Volunteer Planning Committee in 2016, the membership is comprised of educators, community organizers, parents, and TDSB staff and alumni. Membership continues to ensure that we are reflective of all intersectional differences within our communities of Latin America, Abya Yala, Pachamama, and its diaspora, including those right here at the TDSB. The theme this year is Weaving Our Legacies, Returning to Our Collective Path. Enlazar nuestros legados, volver a nuestro camino colectivo. This year we focus on weaving individual and collective legacies of resistance, struggle, joy, love, and healing. As peoples of the Latin America, Abya Yala diaspora, alongside a communal purpose of raising consciousness and moving towards reclaiming our whole authentic selves and recommitment to reciprocal relations, solidarity, and action toward a just world. We now invite the chair at the TDSB, Rachel Chernos Lynn, to say a few words.
Okay, thank you. So I want to thank our wonderful students, Louis and Christopher, for your lovely introduction and setting the stage for this fantastic month. So, mi nombre es Rachel Chernos Lynn, y soy the trustee for Toronto Ward 11, Don Valley West, and I also have the pleasure of serving as the chair of the Toronto District School Board, which is Canada's largest school board. I'm so thrilled to be with everybody to virtually launch TDSB's Latin America History Month today. This heritage includes people from more than 21 different countries. Across our board, our schools are home to more than 5,000 Latin American students. In the late 1970s, Latin American immigrants began arriving in Toronto. Specifically, many settled in the Kensington Market area, which has long been a neighborhood for newcomers. In fact, my grandparents settled there decades before Latin Americans came to Kensington. So I know this place well, and it's a very warm place in my heart. At the time, immigrants were drawn to Canada because it offered better economic opportunities and political representation than their native countries. In a decade, our country's Latin American community quickly grew from only 3,000 to more than 68,000. Today, Latin American Canadians continue to make so many significant contributions to politics, culture, military, music, sport, and business, and are known for developing St. Clair as a Latin American hub for organizations and activities. This month, through school and community activities, events, and resources, our students and staff will be exploring the theme of weaving our legacies, returning to our collective path. I encourage you all to view the web story on tdsb.on.ca, our website, to learn more and to join us in our Latin America History Month events and activities. Thank you to all the staff, trustees, students, and community members who continue to educate our school communities about Latin America. You are making such a difference for students who identify themselves with this heritage, and also educating the rest of our community about Latin American culture and heritage. Muchas gracias, and I am so excited to spend my month learning about Latin America. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Noslin. We will now hear a pre-recorded message from the Director of Education of the Toronto District School Board, calling Russell Rollins to share some remarks with us.
Hello, staff, parents, guardians, caregivers, and of course, students. TDSB classrooms and schools across the city are always delighted to join Latin America History Month celebrations that take place across the country, whether in October or throughout the year. This year, the theme for Latin America History Month, the TDSB, is weaving our legacies, returning to our collective path. When the committee translated the theme to English, they translated our with no stress, with an E, to purposefully be more inclusive of all genders and communities. Latin America spans 33 countries and dozens more ethnicities and languages. And so Latin American history brings so many opportunities for learning throughout the year. Students have the chance to learn about the legacies of art, resistance, and scientific innovation from their Latin American roots, which are now also firmly planted across Canada. As we celebrate this month, I want to reflect on the Mexican proverb, El que busca encuentra. If you search, you will find. These are powerful words that align with the spirit of learning that we encourage our students to pursue. This month, I encourage all of you to search out and learn more about Latin American histories, cultures, and legacies, including to discover the diverse contributions of Latin American Canadians to Canada. There are rich examples of this in Toronto, including our Spanish language newspapers, theater productions, art exhibitions, and newsletters like El Popular in Toronto. I wish everyone a Latin America History Month celebration full of learning and joy.
Thank you to the Director of Education, Russell Rollins. Next, we invite Lynn Strangway, Executive Superintendent of Learning Center 3, to say a few words.
Buenos dias, everyone. It's my pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the staff leads, my colleagues Denise Humphreys and Cassandra Alviana Alvarez. Before we begin the amazing program planned for this morning, I would just like to give a heartfelt mucho gracias to the Latin America History Month Volunteer Committee and the co-chairs and our wonderful student MCs, Lewis and Christopher. The committee's love for Latin America history and culture past, present, and future is contagious. And I have felt great privilege learning in this group. Since half of my family is from the Republica Dominicana, I have lots to learn and am extremely grateful. I look forward to the program this morning and also would like to give a congratulations to the Finch Public School students who will be performing for us this morning and to all of the poster winners. I hope we have a great morning and a wonderful Latin America History Month.
Thank you, Executive Superintendent Lynn. Next, we invite Trustee Matias de Dovitis, who is the first person of the Latin American diaspora to be elected to the TDSB in 25 years since 1997, to say a few words.
Buenos días, mi gente. Very proud to be here to celebrate Latin American History Month. But this is also the last time we're going to be celebrating Latin American History Month this month. Beginning next year, we're going to do it in October. Chairness Lynn and my other colleagues approved the motion to change how it is that we celebrate the diaspora and our culture and our history. And through this improvement, I'm also going to open up an opportunity for us to come together as a community to bring improvements to how it is that we interact and the opportunities that we create for our students. So I'm just going to leave that there. We're going to have an opportunity as educators, as students, to participate in that process. And I'm hoping through a task force that we can generate greater academic success for our students. And that will come very soon as well. With that, I'm just going to repeat that it has been a very long time since we had a person from the Latin American diaspora elected to the school board. And it's important for us to have a representation. But with that comes responsibility, and take that very seriously. And I will continue to help the folks that put this together. And I want to take a moment to thank the volunteering, the committee, the folks that basically put in all the work to allow for this event and the many other things that are happening throughout the month to come to be. And lastly, I want to thank the students. We're all here because of you, and we thank you for coming together to celebrate. Hopefully we'll learn something together. And thanks again to everyone for helping to put this together and all we're going to learn and celebrate for the month. Thank you so much.
Y muchas gracias, tores, toras, y toros. Next, we have an exciting performance by Ruben, known as Benny, who arrived as a child to Toronto, Canada, from Bogota, Colombia. He's a Juno Award nominee artist. This performance will amplify teachings through storytelling, what it means to volver to our legacies and ourselves as a healing process, voicing collective resistance, struggles, and joy. Through the uplifting of our African indigenous roots and the realities of present day through the powerful tool of African indigenous Colombian music.
Peace and much love, everyone. My name is Benny Guerra, representing New Tradition Music, and today I will be sharing several pieces that weave our collective legacies of love, healing, joy, and resistance, among others, as peoples of the Latin America/Abya Yala diaspora. Special shout out to everybody who put this together and to you for your attention and participation. Paz y mucho amor. And this first piece is one of the singles off an album that will be released in May by New Tradition Music and Los Gaiteros de Ovejas from Colombia, and it's entitled Return, Volver. Now I want you to move with it. Clap. ¿Cómo? Sí, señor. ¿Cómo? Volví a la tierra donde yo nací, a la tierra de la que muy joven me fui. Para el norte desplazado desaparecí, pero mi corazón yo dejé aquí. Eso es volver, ver mi gente tranquila es volver, sanar heridas es volver, sentirte es volver, mecernos en la hamaca es volver, oír los golpes del tambor. Uncover the truth, leave the stress, SOS to return. Look ahead with no regrets, SOS to return. Pick the fresh fruit off the tree, SOS to return. Andar tus calles, SOS to return. A un pueblo despierto yo volví. To a people on the street hustling to be free. Inspirado por todo lo que viví. Llévate ni wherever I go fue lo que decidí. Thank you. And this next piece represents environmental healing that we must do as a response to things like deforestation and poor land management practices that are going on all over the world. It's entitled Flooded in Flames, and then it goes into a piece called Let the Rain Fall, two pieces off of our Juno-nominated album, Northside Queasy. Let the rain fall. Pray for the water so we're healing tomorrow. Let it drip down and wash away the sorrow. Flood the flames that got us feeling hollow. It's burning my lungs, making it hard to swallow. Drowning in the fire that's killing the jungle. Stumble across the land as it starts to crumble. Squeeze the clouds and let the thunder rumble. Hear the storm come together like a million peace puzzle. Feel the sky drip down till it soaks in the dirt. Make Mother Earth muddy, take away the hurt. Give thanks to the tribes that have put in work to keep things sacred. They know what it's worth. Let the Amazon feel free and heal from the pain. Squeeze the corporate monster and the grip of shame. When the world goes dry and there's nothing to gain, we listen to the drum as we dance for the rain. Hey! Palmas, palmas. Let the rain fall. Llueva, llueva. Llueva, llueva. Llueva, llueva. Let the rain fall. Que llueva. Lo que usted escucha no es radionovela. Y ese fuego no viene de vela. Ese humo no huele a somerio. Es el facho destruyendo el suelo y no va a aprender, no se va a saciar. Todo lo que ve lo destruirá, pero va a perder, todo perderá y le va a doler y lo llorará. Este es un canto para que llueva, para que vuelva a regar la tierra, para que vuelva a brotar la semilla y aprendamos de lo que germina, que nos dé abundancia, que nos dé equilibrio, que nos llueve adentro para andar más limpios, que se ordene el fuego y danzar tranquilos, y se ordene el fuego y danzar tranquilos. Let it pour, let it pour, let it pour, let it pour. Let it rain justice, let it rain freedom. Quiero que llueva y llueva conciencia, que llueva la paz, la tranquilidad. Llueva, que llueva, llueva, que llueva. Let it put out the fires, let it relieve the wounds. Que llueva el amor como un aguacero, que llueva. Thank you. And this next piece is entitled Dejaron Huellas, They Left Us Footprints. And it celebrates our ancestors and the footprints they left behind for us to follow. Clap, 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 clap. Dejaron mucho para entender, dejaron huella para seguir, dejaron mucho para leer, para destapar, no para descubrir, to overstand and find the truth, follow their footsteps, track the clues, so listen to this. Escucha cuento que yo en voz a los ancestros les agradezco, líderes sociales les agradezco, a nuestros muertos siempre les, a todos los nuestros we thank you, they left us so much, we just gotta look, wherever you hear this, they will be there too, les doy mis respetos, Iba Eva en tono. Dejaron huellas, huellas, dejaron huellas, huellas, dejaron huellas, dejaron huellas, dejaron huellas, huellas, dejaron huellas, huellas, dejaron huellas, dejaron huellas, dejaron. want you to clap like this. Clap, 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 clap. And keep it going. And this is a style of music known as champeta africana from the Caribbean coast of Colombia, where I'm from, influenced by soukous music from the Congo. Look to the left, look to the right, dig real deep up in the sky. Look to the left, look to the right, dig real deep up in the sky. Mira para arriba, mira para abajo, mira para frente, para los dos lados. Mira para arriba, mira para abajo, mira para frente, para los dos lados. And this piece celebrates resistance and our ability to say no to injustice and things like systemic oppression that take place all over the world. When I point, I want you to say, we won't let it happen. Silencing our voices, we won't let it happen. Privatize our services. Keep feeding lies to our children. Passing laws that keep hurting us. Polluting the earth, polluting the air, polluting the lakes. Shoot us in the eye for opening them and starting to wake. They're trying to keep us down, pero eso no va. Nos quieren explotar, but we won't allow that. Censoring our leaders, we won't let it happen. Disrespect frontline workers. Criminalize our future. Try and divert our purpose. Drug us to sleep to get our consent, better refrain. Split up the fam to conquer the land, never again. They're trying to beat us down, pero eso no va. Nos quieren explotar, but we won't allow that. With the water you can't mess with the earth you can't mess with. Our children, our elders, our air, our rights, education, our healthcare. Con el agua no se meta, con el aire no se meta, con el arte, medio ambiente, con el aire, con la paz, con el pueblo, con mi gente. All right, in this next part, I want you to repeat whatever I say, but it happens quick, so you gotta think quick. You ready? Here we go. No more cuts. Stop the war. On the sick, on the poor, on the young, on the old. We will fight. We will vote. Food justice. No pipelines. No plastic. No rent hike. We will march. We will sing. We will dance. We will swing. Now hands together. Clap your hands, come on. Clap your hands, come on. Clap your hands, come on. Just clap your hands, everybody just lift yourself. Come on, everybody just raise the vibe. Keep going, come on. Just clap your hands. Just palma para calentar. Come on. Thank you, everyone. That's my time. Once again, my name is Benias Guerra, representing New Tradition Music, and you can find me at newtraditionmusic.com. All the social media is New Tradition Music. Peace and much love.
Muchas gracias, Benny. What an incredible performance. And it gives us also many things to continue to unlearn, learn and relearn. I wish to now invite our student performers from Finch Public School, grade 4 and 5, students from the Latin America, Aviala, Pachamama, the sport community in the TDSB from the group Conectados.
Estamos aquí. Oye, estamos aquí. Mira, estamos aquí. Desde hace rato, cuando ustedes llegaron, ya estaban las huellas de nuestros zapatos, se robaron hasta la comida de gato y todavía se están lamiendo el plato, bien encabronados con estos ingratos. Hoy le doy duro a los tambores hasta que me acusan de maltrato. Si no entiendes el tanto, pues te lo tiro en cumbia, bossa nova, tango o vallenato, a los calabozos y bambú, bien frontú, con sangre caliente como Timbuktu. Estamos dentro del menú. Tupac, se llama Tupac, pues Tupac Amaru del Perú. América no es solo USA, papá, esto es desde Tierra del Fuego hasta Canadá. Hay que ser bien bruto, bien güey.
Aquí estamos, siempre estamos, no nos fuimos, no nos vamos. Aquí estamos, para que te recuerdes, para que te recuerdes. Para que te recuerdes that I was raised by Patacón, tequeños, todos mis primos, fiestas y Maracaibo. I was raised by hide and seek tag while everyone was laughing, smiling, having so much fun, and everything seemed so bright. I feel like I was guided. I feel like my mom, Dad, God, the Creator, Grandfather, Son, Jesus, and my unique teacher, Miss Carranza, have guided me so much. I thank Knowledge Keeper Maria Montejo for teaching me to follow my heart and my spirit. Gracias por enseñarme and teaching the good mind. Also talk myself through dark times. I am like a flower. I can have my sad days where I feel lonely and I feel sleepy, but I know how to take a deep breath. And I can also have my bright days where I feel beautiful and I feel so excited, even when I don't know what is coming next. All I know is that I am a beautiful creation. Yo soy Isabela. Para que te recuerdes que estamos todos conectados.
I was raised by the community of Colombia, where the mountains touch the sky and the rivers flow with passion under the sun's golden eye. There lies a beauty so divine in every flower and tree.
a land of vibrant colors, where nature runs wild and free from the bustling streets of Bogota to the peaceful shores of Cartagena. Every corner of Colombia tells a story of its own unique story of indigenous nations, indigenous nations, indigenous nations. But we also have a story of colonization, colonizers taking of coffee land and emerald mines, but not our soul. I am connected to the dancing in the streets and folklore. Climb the peaks of Andes, breathe in the fresh mountain air, or wander through the Amazon, where the rainforest secrets are laid bare in Colombia. The music never stops. The rhythm strong ever sway to the beat of cumbia, salsa, y vallenato all night long. So here's to Colombia, a land of enchantment and grace, where the people are warm and welcoming, with a smile on every face. In this land of magic and wonder, where dreams come alive, Colombia, Colombia, in your beauty we thrive. I am Jerónimo.
Para que te recuerdes que estamos todos conectados.
Para que te recuerdes, I was raised by alegría y amor. I call that familia. I carry it with me now and forever. In the back of my house, I played with my younger brother a las escondidas. Always guided by mi familia, taking in the good things to learning from the bad. In Mexico, I remember the scent of tamales I made with my familia. I'm so much more than how you see me walking in the world. And how you think I walk in the world. I'm not just human. I'm not just a human. I'm creation, sacred. I have a spark, and no one in the world can turn it off. I'm connected to the sun, the earth, the water, the moon, the land. I shine bright. I can make the darkest places bright. I am Yanela.
Para que te recuerdes que estamos todos conectados.
Para que te recuerdes that I was raised by tamales and tortillas. I grew up in Mexico. I am from Mexico. I am Latina, and this is who I am. I am a extensión de la creación. I am amor. I am a person that can do anything. I have something that keeps me happy. That is the people who support me, love me, and teach me. Yo puedo hacer lo que yo quiera hacer. I am me. I am myself. I am Natalia.
Para que te recuerdes que estamos todos conectados.
Para que te recuerdes. I was raised by Appreciated you should ask in the air, and the sun shining bright with love to share. Always guided by my wise teacher, family, friends that will always be by my side. I'm not just a little girl. I am a powerful Brazilian girl. I am a lion, and I'll always shine bright. Now you know me. I am a lion. Powerful. Eu sou corajosa. Eu sou connected to Mother Earth. Eu sou Maria.
Para que te recuerdes que estamos todos conectados.
I was raised by the Nascer do Sol with the birds flying in the air in Brazil. Always guided by my family. I am human. I am creation. Eu sou Laís.
Para que te recuerdes que estamos todos conectados. Para que te recuerdes. I am my ancestors' hopes and dreams, and I am free to be me. I'm free to be me. I'm free to be me. Just me. Maybe I'm even a collective dream. My roots connect me to São Paulo, which is where I am from. From the people, the stories, and dreams in São Paulo have raised me to be who I am today. I have also learned from teachings from Ottobahome Itzat and from many others that I am connected to everything and that we are connected to everything, to the people, to the animals, and to the land. Also that I am connected to my ancestors who have dreamed of me, whose stories, dreams have brought me here and have brought me to be who I am. All the different stories and dreams of my ancestors also have made me recognize all the different ancestors that I have. That I have indigenous, African Brazilian, along with my Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese ancestry, and so much more that I am yet to learn about me. All the diversity in my ancestors and different stories and dreams has deepened my connection with the beautiful land of Brazil and Mother Earth herself, and I strive to protect her by deepening my understanding of myself. I'm like a small little turtle. When I'm scared or stressed, I go into my shell and hide. But I am also brave, and I'm confident, and I know how to see past that shadow that blocks all the light. And when I do, I come out with wisdom and love and become something big. I am a beautiful extension of creation. Eu sou Sofia. Para que te recuerdes que estamos todos conectados. Para que te recuerdes que estamos todos conectados.
Muchas gracias, Conectados. That was an impactful and continues to give us teachings around this year's theme through art and weaving our individual and collective stories. Incredible education and entertainment put together. Entertainment and artivism all in one. I would like to now invite community co-chair of the TDSB Latin America History Month Committee, Andrea Vasquez Jimenez, to say some words regarding the importance of Latin America History Month and the removal of Hispanic Heritage Month at the TDSB.
Gracias. Para que te recuerde que estamos todas y todos conectados. What Group Conectados from Finch Public Schools said, remember that we are all connected, highlighting what knowledge keeper Maria Montejo has taught us over the years. These are their stories. These are our people's stories, connecting to our land, connecting to the elements, connecting through the heart to spirit, to our authentic selves, showing up as we are directly to creation and the creator. Our stories of joy, love, and connectedness, meanwhile aligning our stories of struggle and resistance against colonization and genocide, alongside others who are in this struggle, bringing us towards actionized solidarity in co-creating a just world. These stories are the importance of Latin America History Month. Our storytelling is one of the ways we honor our totality across all differences, uplifting our ancestral, historical, lived and living experiences. Latin America History Month references a geographical location. This allows for the inclusivity of all and any of our identities. This is done so intentionally. At the same time, the importance of pushing back on the use of singular identity terms, harmful and colonial, such as Hispanic, Spanish, and Latin, which are continuously imposed on our communities as a collective worldwide. This is a chance to think deeply and question what we claim to know about the place we currently know today as Latin America. Long before it had this name, there have been multiple pre-colonial indigenous names that refer to the land and are still used to this date by many, such as Abya Yala, Pachamama, to name a couple. It's a reminder that there are many different ways to understand the world and our place in it. We're invited to explore the Condor and Eagle prophecy, connecting our peoples across the Americas, and reflect on our presence on stolen indigenous land, on Turtle Island in Takaranto. This moment encourages us to uplift the multiple identities within our communities. We reaffirm that our communities are diverse, made up of people of all races, all spiritual beliefs, gender identities, and sexual orientations, along with many other aspects of who we are. Using a geographical reference is a way to honor the numerous communities, multiple identities, and recenters real histories, precisely because it creates an opening in space for self-identification, meanwhile connecting us through the centering of land, shared histories, resistances, multiple languages, and struggles. The Latin America Abya Yala Pachamama diaspora at the Toronto District School Board is just as diverse, and we need to ensure that those identities which make up Latin America diasporic students and educators and staff, including but not limited to Black, Indigenous, Afro-Indigenous, Asian identities which are erased through a process of systemic colonial whitewashing globally. These are needed to be centered in a multi-centric approach to ensure their well-being and academic excellence, and ultimately the well-being of all students. Just as important is the courageous decision of the Toronto District School Board trustees in voting to remove Hispanic Heritage Month. The Toronto District School Board chose to ensure that they were to not be complicit in perpetuating harm. They removed Hispanic Heritage Month. This is something that many people in our communities have been pushing for over a decade. The removal of Hispanic Heritage Month is a necessary step along a larger transformative process that supports the belonging and well-being of all students. Estamos aquí. We are here.
Gracias, Andrea. Well, we all continue in our journey of learning and unlearning. Now, community co-chair of the TDSB Latin America History Month Committee, Cristina Guerrero, will now share the posters that were most aligned with this year's theme. And those posters that were most aligned will be receiving a $100 gift certificate to a different book list. To a different book list local bookstore. Christina will also be giving details on the upcoming initiatives for the month and giving a few words on behalf of the TDSB Latin America History Month Committee.
Thank you so much, Luisito. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with the winners of the Latin American Heritage Month poster contest. Thank you to our poster showcase committee leads, Paulina Fernandez Macedo and Charlene Mathivanan, and thank you to all the students who submitted. As you can see here, all the posters were incredible and so full of emotion y corazón. So as a reminder for this year's theme, we had our objective. So an invitation was extended to all the students, and the theme was weaving individual and collective legacies of resistance, struggles, joy, love, and healing as peoples of Latin America, Abya Yala diaspora, alongside a communal purpose of raising consciousness and moving towards reclaiming our whole authentic selves, and a recommitment to reciprocal relations, solidarity, and actions towards a just world. Now, for the first category of kindergarten, the poster that most aligned with this year's theme is by Ariane in senior kindergarten at Gateway Public School. Felicitaciones, Ariane. For the second category of grades 1 to 3, the poster that most aligned with this year's theme is by Nicole, who's in grade 2 at Bryan Public School. And you can see the title here, Celebrating Latin America. Take a look at the beauty of the image and the symbolism. Congratulations, Nicole. Now for the third category, grades 4 to 8. The poster that most aligned with this year's theme is by Aisel, who is in grade 4, a student at Gateway Public School. And if you can take a look on the right-hand side, the artwork entitled Weaving Unity, a Heritage Celebration. Felicitaciones, Aisel. For the fourth category, secondary school, for grades 9 to 12, we have an art piece, The Unity of Latin America. And as you can see here, there is some text, returning to our collective path. Take a look and really think about what really stands out to you. And the artist and winner for this category is Daniela, who's in grade 10 at North Toronto CI. Congratulations, Daniela. As you can see here, these are very, very difficult choices to make. Such beautiful, beautiful, heartfelt submission. And we wanted to say thank you to everybody who participated. So if you just want to take a moment to take a look at the many submissions we received. Now, I just wanted to close this part off by just saying a few words on behalf of the committee. So myself, Cristina Guerrero, and my colleague co-chairs, Karen Galliano, Andrea Vasquez Jimenez, and Veronica Castellon, and with the support of many community members and students, support of wonderful people like Mili Carranza, Executive Superintendent Lynn Strangway, Superintendents Denise Humphrey and Cassandra Alviani. Thank you all so much for our collective work together. As a committee, our history spans just about a decade. And we represent a wide diaspora of people from Latinoamérica, Abya Yala, desde el Caribe hasta los océanos Pacífico y Atlántico, y muchos, muchos ríos, la Amazona, por ejemplo. And back, whether back home means here in Toronto, Nueva York, wherever we may be, we are all here. Somos aquí, somos conectados, y somos América Latina. Thank you so much. And I know, Luisito, you have some things to share in terms of some of the initiatives for students from kindergarten to grade 12 happening on April the 15th. And if Christopher will also share with us a little bit about what's happening on April 25th with author Leonarda Carranza. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Christina. We hope all students and educators from kindergarten to grade 12 join us at the upcoming initiatives for Latin America History Month, such as the virtual interactive workshop on April 15th at 9:30 a.m., facilitated by Benny Esguerra, new tradition music titled A Return to Our Legacies, Ourselves through African Indigenous Music.
And elementary students will also be able to join us on April 25th at 9:30 a.m. virtually for author Leonarda Carranza to read her award-winning book, Abuelita and Me, in English and Spanish, and lead us through a discussion in alignment with this year's theme, and a sneak preview into her upcoming book titled Fighting Words.
This concludes our Latin America History Month launch. We would like to thank all of the guest speakers and performers for supporting us in launching this year's Latin America History Month. Weaving our legacies, returning to our collective path, enlazar nuestros legados, volver a nuestro camino colectivo.
We hope to see you all at the upcoming events. Gracias y hasta luego.
Adiós.
Y todas las obras de los que se robaron, un pueblo escondido en la cima, mi piel es de cuero, por eso aguanta cualquier clima. Soy una fábrica de humo, mano de obra campesina para su consumo. Frente de frío en el medio del verano, el amor en los tiempos de cólera, mi hermano. Soy quien nace y día que muere. Los menores atardeceres, soy el desarrollo en carne viva, un discurso político sin saliva, la cara más bonita que he conocido, doy la fotografía de un desaparecido, la sangre dentro de sus venas, soy un pedazo de tierra que vale la pena una canasta con frijoles, soy Maradona contra Inglaterra, anotándote 2 goles, soy lo que sostiene mi bandera, la esquina dorsal del planeta en mi cordillera, soy lo que me enseñó mi padre, el que no quiere a su patria, no quiere a su madre. Soy América Latina, un pueblo sin pierna, pero que camina. Oye, tengo mis dientes para cuando me sonrío, la nieve que maquilla mis montañas. Tengo el sol que me seca y la lluvia que me baña, un desierto embriagado con peyote y trago de pulque para cantar con los coyotes todo lo que necesito. Tengo a mis pulmones respirando a su clarito, la altura que sofoca. Soy las muelas de mi boca, mascando coca, el otoño con sus hojas desmayadas, los versos escritos bajo la noche estrellada. Una viña repleta de uva, un cañaveral bajo el sol en Cuba. Soy el mar Caribe que vigila las casitas haciendo rituales de agua bendita, el viento que peina mi cabello. Soy todos los santos que cuelgan de mi cuello, el jugo de mi lucha, no es artificial porque el abono de mi tierra es natural.